Good morning, City Council. First, I actually just want to apologize on behalf of Brandon Johnson for ignoring the young lady that was just speaking there, for speaking for the animals' rights. And let me continue here. I was watching one of your recent videos of you saying that you never told a lie. So you raised property taxes when you promised you wouldn't. You promised that crime would go down when it's not. Reports of crime is down though, but not
This is
crime.
my man Vashawn, the Chicago conservative. I'm gonna play him, and also I'm gonna play Danny C from Chicago Flips Red. Both of these people live in Chicago. I'm from Chicago, and these guys are gonna break down how Governor Pritzker and Mayor Johnson are corrupt and they need to go. They stop voting blue no matter who.
Within itself, I just want to let everybody know that crime itself is not down. Nobody voted for you to fund illegal migrants, Brandon Johnson. And we know this is happening because Melissa Hortman, a Democrat in Minnesota, voted against funding for illegal migrants, the only Democrat, by the way, and she was murdered for it. She was murdered actually by someone who was appointed by Tim Walz, sir. So I just want you guys to think about that as well. So we know this is happening, which is the main reason why the president is withholding federal funds in Chicago, because he is afraid that you will fund illegal migrants.
And he already did. Money, what, $1 billion to the illegals? Not a Bears going to leave, supposedly, or might leave, period. Come on, man.
Honestly, I'm afraid that you will do that too. How are you going to allow 9 janitors to be fired when you have 150 police detail, and that costs you $22 million a year? You can't cut a few cops to save a few jobs? You mean to tell me your safety is that important, Brandon Johnson? Absolutely disgraceful. Instead, you want to hang out with a China-loving, dog-shocking communist like Hassan Piker. Why are you?
Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel.
People are out here dying. I'm serious. You was just on 79th, right? You saw
the next person I'm playing is Danny C.
People are
Check
dying
her
out
out.
here. You don't got time to stream. Do you understand that? And I'm being serious, dude. Absolutely disgraceful. You want to defund the police, and your executive order means nothing. You cannot hold federal agents accountable, bro. It's called supremacy clause. That means federal law is the highest law of the land, okay? The executive order that you signed, that was a waste of time and ink, if I'm being honest with you. So we are American patriots. We are Chicago patriots. How many people have to die because of your poor leadership? Watchdogs has recently found that we are actually $41.1 billion of debt. It's not even 1.5. So where is all the money going, Mr. Brandon Johnson? We want to know that. And I know it's Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen, but Brandon Johnson, you got to stop being racist, dude. Like, this is a problem, man. Everybody is people. We all shed red blood. I understand that, you know, tribalism is a thing and stuff like that, but we are all the same in the eyes of God, Brandon Johnson. Bro. Stop being racist. It doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good at all, man. Like I said, it's my man Vashawn. He's cooking. He's bringing the receipts. I'm letting her cook too.
Just during the last week, I've been in neighborhoods across Chicago, from Bronzeville to South Shore to Chatham to Little Village. The president's absurd characterizations do not match what is happening on the ground here. He has no idea what he's talking about. There is no emergency that warrants deployment of troops.
A 30% reduction in homicides, shootings, shooting victims, all down. In fact, the city of Chicago doubled the amount of the national average in terms of violence reduction. I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if we actually had, you know, affordable housing.
Look at this trash. See this?
Shootings are down. As we continue to invest in our neighborhoods across the city, building more affordable homes, creating opportunities for young people, we're seeing a precipitous decline in violence.
Look, how many times are we going to let these people keep playing in our faces? Look at this. You're going to keep letting people who don't have no skin in the game, don't have a dog in this fight, tell you that the streets are safe, you don't need no help, and that everything is great. All while Pritzker is a billionaire.
Again, this is Danny C. Check her out. Chicago Flips Red, her and Zoe. My man Danny. They be out there giving Brandon Johnson the flux, man, because Y'all out there voting blue no matter who. Now Chicago's hurting. The Bears might leave. That's terrible. 100-year team.
The amount of security that Pritzker and Brandon Johnson have, they don't have to worry about the things we have to worry
Nope.
about. How long are you all going to just keep while you're burying loved ones? You
Every
see
weekend,
kids with
somebody
big
dying a shot
guns.
over the weekend over in
I've been
Chicago.
screaming this from the rooftop.
Look at it. Look at all that guns.
And you're going to continue to let these out of touch with reality politicians tell you that you don't need any help. Tell you that everything's fine here. And the only thing that these people are running on is stopping Trump. Stopping Trump for what? What are you stopping Trump for? For coming in to get these illegals? That's the only thing, because all they're saying is abolishing ICE. They're not talking about the failing school
Right, no
system,
policy. The Democrat got no policy.
taxes, the
Everything,
crime that's
orange
out of
man
control.
bad, orange man bad, no policies.
That they keep denying and telling you that crime is down. They're not talking about none of that. The only thing that they are campaigning on is, I'm going to fight against Trump. And we're just going to continue to let these people just play in our faces, because fighting against Trump is AKA protecting illegal aliens, abolishing ICE, so we can continue to pay for them. The Bears leaving, businesses are leaving.
Come on, Chicago.
At some point, we have to say enough is enough. We have to do things different, something different, guys. If not, we're going to be the next how Detroit was. If we don't do something different, this is just embarrassing. This is failed policies at its finest. This is Democratic policies. I just don't know what.
Right, lost for words.
I don't know what it's going to take for us to realize that we've been doing this for all of these years. I want to say 50, 60 years. When are we going to get it in our head that we need change? Maybe, maybe it makes sense to try something different. Maybe this
Vote
is
Republican.
not, the Democrats are not the party that they claim to be, or they're lying to us to be. But maybe we need to just look at what their actions are and not what they're saying. Common sense says this is not working. Common sense says these people are lying through their teeth. Common sense says their reality is not my reality. They don't have to worry about being shot and having, having guns put to their head while they're being robbed in broad daylight. They don't have those issues because they have police details and they're making sure that their families are safe. We the ones have to worry about that. At some point, when is it going to get, how many kids do we have to bury? How many family members do we have to bury and before we say enough is enough? Only thing they care about is money, stealing the crime prevention money and lining their pockets, and they don't care. At what point are we going to see that and realize that this is who the Democratic Party is?
There you go. They both cook. They both from Chicago. They live in Chicago, and they there. They see it, so they not lying. Forget the news, all the other BS on social media. These people are actually right there on the grounds, going to the mayor, going to the governor, letting them know how they feel. Which I can be there with. I live in Rockford now. But other than that, I'm using my platform to share what they got going on and share their voice. Subscribe to their channel, subscribe to mine. Vote common sense, everybody. It's okay to vote Republican. I know y'all want to be independent, but it's okay to vote Republican this time. Because right now, the party, the Republicans are the common sense party. Like and subscribe, everybody. Thank you.